you know what? This is all I know, but I'm for something better than this.
Please welcome Quentin Tarantino. Please welcome Quentin Tarantino.
It's Quentin Tarantino!
He's one of the smartest people I've ever met.
We went full Tarantino today.
What are you doing? Can you not talk to me?
What are you doing?
The year was 1963, and Connie McHugh gave birth to a little boy named Quentin. From birth, the odds were stacked against little Quentin. His mom, Connie, was only 16 years old when she had him.
At 16, she got away. Education was the thing that kind of pulled her out of that whole welfare society.
Her husband, Tony Tarantino, would go on to abandon the family before Quentin's birth.
No one explained the world to you either. You didn't have a father who explained it to you. Your mother was probably busy working her ass off.
She was, actually.
After the divorce, Quentin and Connie escaped to LA. Due to being a single mother, Connie struggled to make ends meet. This meant that Tarantino had to adapt to new environments and schools frequently, which made him a victim of bullying.
I was actually literally writing screenplays in school. I'd be doing my own writing and my own stuff, not the schoolwork.
He didn't even finish high school.
Yeah, I quit school when I was 15 or 16.
I mean, I didn't even quit high school. I quit middle school. The thing that's sad is
Tarantino struggled with the relationship, or lack thereof, that he had with his parents.
And my mom was strong and hard. You know, if you did something to her and she couldn't take care of you then, she'd wait till you go to sleep. Pour boiling hot water on you or something like that. She wouldn't just let that go.
In fact, she was so tough that young Tarantino once made a promise to himself.
He vowed that he would never give any of the money that he's made as a filmmaker to his mother.
When I become a successful writer, you will never see penny one from my success. You get nothing.
Like many great artists, his pain would fuel his passion for filmmaking.
Your father was not a part of your growing up.
Right.
Did you miss that? Did you miss...
Well, you know, would I have liked to have had it? Yeah. You know, you don't... Did I miss it? Not every day, you know.
Okay.
But it would have been nice to have a cool dad, yeah.
Tarantino would find solace in movies.
I always remember loving movies, and that was always the one thing that I loved more than anything else.
After quitting school, Tarantino got a job in a video rental shop where he would dive even deeper into his passion for film.
It was until I became a director, it was the best job I'd ever had.
He made his first film, My Best Friend's Birthday, when he was 23. Then, after writing 2 scripts that he couldn't secure funding for, he eventually decided to write a film that he could make for just $30,000, which turned out to be his breakthrough hit, Reservoir Dogs.
up until I did Reservoir Dogs, any luck that I had was either no luck or bad luck. Everything was always just a big build-up to a horrible letdown. And all of a sudden, just as bad as everything went up until that time was as good as it went for the next 6 or 7 years.
Tarantino would go on to produce cult classics, establishing him as one of the most exciting and innovative filmmakers of his generation. But his newfound success didn't come without its consequences.
Why the need for so much gruesome, graphic violence? Why not let us imagine
Because it's so much fun, Jan. Get it?
Oh, really? Okay, I'd like to see you walk down the street and get attacked by some kids who've just seen your movie.
But you saw me. See, Jan, you're all messed up because you're talking about real life.
Oh,
and I'm
I see.
talking
And kids
about
at
the
12?
movies.
Mm-hmm.
Kids go to a movie theater. They can tell the difference. Maybe you couldn't when you were a kid, but I could.
Critics accused Tarantino of glorifying violence. Pulp Fiction would double down on this violence by including the infamous Gimp scene. And Kill Bill, well... The controversy surrounding violence and gore in his films would prove to be an ongoing debate that followed Quentin for the rest of his career.
But why are you so sure that there's no link between enjoying movie violence and enjoying real violence?
Or don't ask me a question like that. I'm not biting. I refuse your question.
Why?
Because I refuse your question. I'm not your slave and you're not my master. If anyone cares what I have to say about it, they can Google me and they can look for 20 years what I have to say about it. I haven't changed my opinion one iota.
No, but you haven't fleshed it out.
It's not my job to flesh it out.
But you haven't said why you think there's no relationship.
It's none of your damn business what I think about that.
And so he went, writing more scripts, directing new movies, and cementing his status in Hollywood as one of the greatest filmmakers of our generation. But little did Tarantino know that his credibility as an authentic filmmaker was soon going to be at stake.
Miramax is filing a lawsuit against Quentin Tarantino for copyright infringement based on the screenplay for Pulp Fiction.
Kanye West said that he came up with the idea for Django Unchained.
Quentin Tarantino has faced several accusations of plagiarism throughout his career. Many similarities were pointed out between City on Fire and Reservoir Dogs, such as the use of nonlinear storytelling, the presence of an undercover cop among the criminals, and the climactic Mexican standoff.
The truth of the matter is, if you've ever seen City on Fire, it's very, very different from my movie. The section that they say I took, I did take from it, all right? Absolutely, I took from it, all right? But it's a very different movie. They actually talked to the director, Ringo Lam. He goes, wow, Tarantino took the last 10 minutes of my movie and made an entire movie about it. Well, that's a fucking different movie. That's very, very different.
He has said that he is a self-proclaimed appropriation artist, taking inspiration from various sources to create something new and original, which, if you think about it, is what all great artists do. When many think of Tarantino, a great albeit eccentric director usually pops to mind. But what sets him apart from all the other writers and directors? The answer is simple: dialogue.
We in the killing Nazi business, and cousin businesses are booming.
God damn, Jimmy. This some serious gourmet shit.
I like the way you die, boy.
His characters speak in a way that feels real and natural.
I like presenting characters to an audience and showing them warts and all. And God damn it, I'm gonna get you to root for him anyway.
While Tarantino's dialogue and screenwriting have undoubtedly shaped his career, they have also sparked controversy.
But you know what's on my mind right now? It ain't the coffee in my kitchen. It's the dead in my garage.
When questioned about racism in Django, Quentin responded,
Well, I don't think you can actually make a movie about slavery in America that it's not going to be controversial.
Are you very disappointed by some of the reactions, Spike Lee especially?
Oh, I couldn't be happier with the reaction to this movie. It's been fantastic.
It's good publicity, I suppose. But
Well,
I
no. It's creating a nice debate. I am responsible for people talking about slavery in America in a way that they have not in 30 years.
Despite this, many people are still unhappy.
Now, what do you think about Spike Lee saying that Quentin Tarantino is wrong for using the N-word 110 times?
When I see Quentin Tarantino, I'm gonna take this fist and I'm gonna put it right in his mouth where he say Quentin Tarantino think he can say the N-word, but I checked with all of and nobody knows where he got his pass from.
Yet, all the actors that have worked with Tarantino seem to idolize him and defend his use of dialogue in his movies.
I don't understand why they can't look at his work and realize that every character he's ever given me has pretty much been the smartest character in the film, that has the most dignity and respect and kind of runs things. And for him to write characters like that for me would be impossible for a racist to do.
While Tarantino may have started out with humble beginnings, he's now on top of the world. But he's also made some very questionable friends along the way. And perhaps one of the most questionable is that of his affiliation with Harvey Weinstein.
It's sad. It's sad. It was like, he wasn't just this guy who financed my movies. He was, kind of like a father figure. I mean, he was kind of a fucked up father figure, but that's most people's fucking father.
So if you're to learn anything from this, it's to address potential problems as soon as you start seeing the signs. Quentin Tarantino's story is one of rags to riches. As you can see, he also experienced his fair share of controversy and challenges. But when you disrupt an industry, being attacked is a sign you're doing things right.
I have always really appreciated the way you pushed back. You do what I wish other people would do. Instead of apologizing like a little pussy, you say, I don't agree with your assessment.
Yeah.
My opinion is everything, all right? You can all disagree with me, I don't care.
I think that's what people find you controversial sometimes is you don't follow a playbook. You follow whatever the hell you want to do, which is what makes you special.
Because I believe in what I'm doing wholeheartedly and passionately, and it's my job to just get on with it.
Yeah. Well, I love you as a filmmaker. Keep on doing it. I'll keep on watching, man.
My pleasure, mate.